For a long time in this country, our policy was, let's arrest our way to safer communities. Let's use very draconian mandatory sentences to put people who are selling drugs away for a long period of time. Let's use that hammer to get cooperation, and that is going to send a deterrent message to others who are similarly situated. That has not worked. What we ought to be doing is helping people like Mandy address the underlying drivers of their criminal choice. We have to let people who have an encounter with law enforcement, who have a conviction, ideally, through their involvement with the criminal justice system, address the problem, address the addiction. And that just was not part of our criminal justice policy through the 90s and into the 2000s. That's changing, thankfully. I do think there's an acknowledgement that we spent a lot of money on drug enforcement and that it hasn't really made us safer, that you can't just arrest your way to safety. You have to actually address addiction like a public health issue, not a law enforcement issue. And I think there's a movement in that direction to reduce sentences for drug offenders and to make these services, treatment services, more available. That, to me, is a more lasting and frankly, a less expensive way to combat the problem. Well, I think we need sentencing reform because the rules are the same. The rules today are exactly the same as they were when Mandy Martinson was convicted. If you change the rules and reduce the situations in which the mandatory is applicable, and give people the ability, when they are drug users, when they're minor participants in these conspiracies, to get access to the help and the services that they need, then that makes us all safer, and it saves money. Right? The prison population in this country has continued to occupy a disproportionately large share of our public safety budget, and that's unsustainable. That crowds out money for prevention, for treatment, for aid to state and local law enforcement. So we just cannot keep going on this path of locking people up and thinking that we're going to be safe. There's just not enough money to do the stuff that keeps us more safe.